What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Power Sports Steve coming to you today again from Extreme Power Sports, Opelika, Alabama. Today I have something a lot of you have probably never seen, maybe even never heard of, know anything about. So take a look real quick. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I know it's pretty. All right, folks, look. It's the CF Moto. You've never heard of it probably. CF Moto is in a joint partnership with KTM on some of their small CC motorcycles. So if you know anything about the orange bikes, you know how good they are. They partner with CF Moto on some of their stuff. They've got to be good, right? They've been in business building ATVs for over 30 years. 30 years. Again, you've never heard of them. It's okay. In Europe, they're the #1 selling brand. So a lot of people think Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, whatever. These guys are probably one of the newer ones to the business, and they are climbing the charts. So we're going to do a walk around, lay your eyes on this, tell me what you think. We'll go from there. Oh, I didn't say this. Actually, one more time. Hi, Abby. What's up, Abby? All right, real quick, I'm going to give this back to Abby. Do me a favor. Hit that like button if you like it. If you don't like it, I'd appreciate the like anyway, okay? Number 2, hit the subscribe button. Folks, we're going to be doing all kinds of products. So if you want to know anything power sports related, a dirt bike, a motorcycle, an ATV, a side-by-side, a scooter, whatever, tell me what you want to do. Maybe we'll do a new video on that next time, okay? So let me know. Appreciate the likes and the follow. All right, here we go, folks. Take a look. This is the CF Moto UForce 1000. All right, this is their utility side-by-side. This is very comparable to, say, the Honda Pioneer 1000, the Polaris Ranger 1000, the Kawasaki Pro FX Mule that Kawasaki has, maybe the Yamaha Viking. There's maybe something else you kind of compare this to, and a Yamaha, and then in a Can-Am, one of the big Defenders is the other one that you'd kind of compare this to. But look at this thing. And guys, this thing's gorgeous. You can't hardly see it on the video, I know. It's actually really dusty too, so I apologize for it being so dirty. But look at this paint. I don't know if you can see this. This is automotive type paint. This is black, if you can't tell, if you're colorblind. It's got the nice wheel kit from the factory. Those are 27-inch tall tires on it. I mean, look at the seats. Obviously, this fits three seat belts, 3 seats. Super nice stitching in the seats. Got the UForce logo in here as well. I mean, just really, really nice finishes, folks. Paint on the bed as well. Not just, you know, one little sticker on the bed like some of the other brands do. I mean, we got LED tail lights. Mirrors already come on this vehicle stock, okay, from the factory. Comes with the poly top on it, folks. Most brands are charging you, let's just say, $350, $400 for a poly top. And look at this. Folks, this already has a 3,500-pound synthetic rope winch installed from the factory. If you had this winch, say you're buying a new Ranger 1000, and you want to put a new synthetic rope winch on, you're looking at spending around $900 to $1,000 to get a synthetic rope winch, okay? I mean, talk about value. And then look right below it, folks. We've got a hitch right on the front. If you've ever hooked up to a trailer on the front of a vehicle, you know how super easy it is. Sorry, I got a car driving by. You know how super easy it is to hook up to that trailer and, say, you know, back a little boat maybe into your pond or at the lake, or just even just move a little utility trailer around your property. I mean, it just makes it so, so nice. Also, take a look at the A-arms. They've got arched A-arms from the factory. Most of your other brands, short of, you know, some kind of special edition model, has got just your plain flat A-arm. This is going to give you more ground clearance and just be better off-road, folks. All right, one more thing. Look at the headlights. No, I mean, some vehicles now come with LEDs, but this thing's got like your projector, it's got your LED. I mean, talk about it, it's gorgeous lights. I'm gonna turn them on real quick. on low beam, or on also that'd have a daytime running mode, if I'll call it that. And then it will kick on the high bright or high beams, and let's take a look at that too. So let's take a look at that. All right, right now we are on low beam, and it's really bright out here, so I don't know if you can tell, but basically this ring is lit up and this whole strip is lit up. I mean, how cool is that? CF Moto is definitely making some of the nicest lights in the business. I mean, their ATVs have even got killer lights, especially the tail lights on some of them. I mean, look at that. Just gorgeous. Let's turn them all on. All right. Make sure we're on. All right. Woo! Now you can see how bright that is. That's just the high beam. Turned off the projector. We can turn the projector back on. And look. Super cool. Super, super cool. Let's see. One more mode. Nope, we're good. All right. Well, that's pretty much enough about the lights, I'm pretty sure. Again, look at the paint. I mean, just, can you see that? I mean, you can see my reflection. Can't get that in molded plastic, folks. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't mention it, but obviously it has the EPS, four-wheel drive. EPS meaning the electronic power steering. Four-wheel drive, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Let's dive right into the cockpit. I mentioned the seats a while ago. The driver's side, move this sticker. Driver's side has a latch to move the seat forward and backward, which is nice. Backwards. It also has a lever here in the back, so we'll grab that. Sorry for the video, folks. So the seat will actually hinge up. You can remove it if you want to just pull it off. It'll hinge up. You do have a little bit of storage under the driver's seat. Most of the time, all the side-by-sides on the driver's side, especially the ones that have the seats that slide, they do not have any storage under the seat. So definitely a really nice upgrade. Kind of hard to do one-handed. One more thing to mention on the seats. Look at this. You see this? This is the backrest for the person who would be riding in the middle. Has a little latch here on the top. You can fold this down. And you have two more cup holders with a little tray. So you can put your phone or wallet or, whatever you need to put in here. But two cup holders, pretty nice. With that back up out of the way, I'm going to show you something else on the bottom. We're going around to the other side real quick. Abby's over there hanging out. She's just going to ignore me, I think, today and not assist me. But that's okay. So, passenger side, we're going to lift this seat up. All right. And step back so you can see. That hinges as well. You can pop it off as well. No big deal. Actually, it's about to fall anyway, so it may fall off, and I apologize if it does. But look at this. Easy access to ECU. You can actually pull all this up and get to the battery as well. And then look, it's got a box, folks. Look at this. Extra box, call it a tackle box, call it a favorite beverage box, whatever you want. Just kind of sits in there. Look at that. Ooh, I forgot to mention. Look, comes with a funnel to help change your oil and little funnel holes for use as well. So we're going to put that back together. We're going to slide it back in the hole. We're going to try to put the seat back on one-handed. And there we go. Since we're on this side, we'll start here. Look at the floor. I know the floor sounds like something you would never talk about, and you can't really tell, but you can see all these little raised, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, this is all raised up. So if you're going to get this wet, a bunch of mud in here, your foot's not going to slide like it does. And some of these have super, super flat floors, and you will slide all over the place if you're not careful. Quick note, you got drains in the floor. Well, I have to use my good hand maybe here. Oh, there we go. Go the wrong way, folks. Got a drain. So what that means is you can hose this sucker out. You don't have to worry about water sitting in here and all that kind of stuff. In your console, you've got storage across the bottom. You have a glove box on the passenger side. Of course, we have owner's manual in here. We also have the winch cable. If you've never seen a winch cable, basically this plugs into the dash port, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. Then you have a control in and out on the winch right there. Let me put that back in here and show you that real quick. Going over to the other side. All right, I've got it open already. You plug that cable right into there, and then you have access to your winch control. Pretty slick. Since we're looking at the dash, we'll go back over in the middle. You got a standard 12-volt outlet on here. You also have two USB outlets. One of the only manufacturers to be putting the USBs from the factory on here as well. Parking brake, old school, but I like it. Shifter, just like everything. Park, reverse, neutral, high range, low range. Two cup holders on top, and a little tray area here to put some stuff in as well. I mentioned four-wheel drive earlier, I know. Let's see, you can't really see it on the video, so I apologize for that. This is your four-wheel drive selector. So CF Motos have a standard two-wheel drive, which is going to have a lock diff on the back. Sorry, I got a truck passing. One of these days we'll have a place to make some good videos where we don't have a lot of interruptions. I apologize for that. All right, again, CF Motos, two-wheel drive, lock diff on the back. See if I can get that to zoom in a little. Or not zoom in, but focus. The middle selection is to engage four-wheel drive. When you engage four-wheel drive, that is just the limited slip front end, nothing locked other than the rear end. And then you have diff lock, which locks all four tires solid on this vehicle. So ultimate traction. I know you probably can't hear it on the video, but you can actually hear everything doing what it's supposed to do. And look at the dash. See the four-wheel drive indicator right here? Tells you basically you got two tires on the back that are shaded in and two tires on the front for your steering that are not shaded in. And when I turn the switch, four-wheel drive, you turn it one more. And, well, I might have to have it running to do what I want to do. There it's locked right there. Actually, let me start it up, see if folks can get a better idea here. It goes into default mode, folks. So I've had this sitting here, by the way, with the key on for y'all, and that's my bad. So when you do that, it will actually go into a default mode and it won't run. So just FYI, now that I've turned the key off, boom, starts right up, easy peasy. All right, let's go back in here, put this in gear. Sometimes a lot of vehicles you kind of got to move so you engage everything so that everything works right. You can see the four-wheel drive. And I'm going to turn it one more. There we go. So I don't know if you can see this. There we go. See the little X at what would be the front diff? That tells you that it is locked in and all four tires are going to engage and pull. So I'm going to turn this back to just standard four-wheel drive. See how that X has disappeared? Boom. Back to two-wheel drive. Again, two wheels on the back are shaded in and the other ones are not. Can you hear this vehicle, by the way? I don't know if you can hear this. I mean, super, super quiet, folks. So quiet. It sounds so good. Of course, it's twin-cylinder, 1,000cc engine. I mean, maybe we'll go for a ride here in just a second. But for right now, I'll put it back in park. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and turn the power back on. Look at that dash. Isn't that cool? Picture the vehicle lit up. Full TFT display. So we're in work mode, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But see if I can get my finger right here. All right, it tells you what gear you're in. Of course, we're in park right now. Speedometer, tachometer is here across the left-hand side. Temperature indicated in this top right corner. Fuel gauge in the bottom right corner. Odometer, light indicator. That's for your power steering notification and everything. That's what helps put it into the default mode if you leave the key on. Seatbelt indicator, or reminder, I should say. Also, you have RPM readout right here if you like it to be a number. And then voltage output over here as well. Diagnostic light, parking brake light, engine oil light as well. I mean, just super, super cool. You got a select button and an adjust button here on the right side. If you toggle between these, you can change your trip meter, hour meter, how bright your display is, and then back to where you were. So, work mode, normal mode. When it goes into normal, look at that, it changes the whole display on the vehicle. Folks, I'm going to tell you this. None of the other models have, at least not that I know of. I know the Honda or the Polaris, none of them have that function in this type of vehicle. So, pretty cool. I mean, it's up to you which one you want to run. I don't think there's any real reason to run one over the other. Just kind of personal preference. So I've been toggling here between the normal and the work. So normal is going to be like your just normal mode, your full performance, no restrictions, nothing. Work mode is going to be, for layman terms, just a little more relaxed, a little more calm. When I say relaxed and calm, I mean when you get on the accelerator and you start to go or do something with the vehicle, it's going to be a little smoother in its takeoff and the way the power comes into the vehicle. It's basically just kind of not detuning, but changing your fuel ignition curve maybe where the vehicle's a little smoother and not quite as aggressive. Not a big deal, of course, but it's kind of nice. Let me zoom back out here, folks. All right, nice steering wheel, nice logo here on the steering wheel as well. Does have tilt steering, so you can move that. Folks, I think I've covered everything on the inside here, at least as far as I can tell. Oh, I didn't mention it, but it does have the nets. So all the manufacturers pretty much have some kind of a restraint system that they're doing now from the factory, a net or a door. I've been doing that for several years, of course, but just let it go right there. Pull it out. That's it. Fuel tank is on the driver's side right there. Bed release is right here. All right, one thing I'm going to mention, this extra piece of plastic right here. I don't know why every manufacturer does not do this from the factory. Most of them are just kind of cut off behind the bed and they're flat right here. CF Moto has this, I want to call this a mud deflector, water deflector, whatever you want to call it. Man, it's going to help keep your vehicle so much cleaner. Every manufacturer should be doing this. If you're not, guys, and you're watching this from somebody from Honda or wherever, y'all need to do this. Man, come on. All right, let's see. Pre-filter, air intake for your airbox. Airbox there in the center. You got the clips across the top for easy access to your airbox. Just like most manufacturers, it's got the little rod there that attaches the bed or attaches to the bed from the frame and helps prop up the bed for you. It's got a little pin. That's the word. Cotter pin. Thank you. I couldn't think of cotter pin. Cotter pin at the top. You can pull that and actually push this bed further back out of your way. So if you're doing maintenance, you got a lot easier access. I mean, really, really slick. Let's see. Just kind of show you pictures of the engine. I mean, super, super clean in here, of course, right now. Well designed. Easy access for working on pretty much anything that you'd ever need to do. We'll go around the other side real quick just to show you. I mentioned the battery earlier. I don't know what I was thinking, folks. I just realized that telling you the battery was under the seat. Battery's right here. I'm used to Rangers. All the Rangers have the batteries up under the seat, but this has the battery right back here under the bed, easily accessible. So I apologize for that and telling you wrong. Pretty much it right here, folks. You can't see it, I don't think, in the video. See if I can zoom in. You can see that kind of yellowy, clear looking tube. That's actually your dipstick. One there. And another dipstick there. You've got transmission and engine. Let's see. Disc brakes front and back, of course, just like any vehicle like this would have today on the market. I'm going to close the bed. I didn't mention it in the bed, so we'll go over a couple numbers. Also, the finish of the bed. Really nice finish. Has the tie downs in all four corners as well. It's also got kind of like you might be familiar with on a Polaris for their lock and ride stuff. CF Moto has their own type of stuff that locks into the bed. You also got hooks on the outside. So if you got something tall in your bed that's filling up the bed, you can come around the outside of the bed and actually hook onto these. That's really slick. Standard release, just like a truck would have, one lever. Tape measure along the bed. So maybe you want to measure that big fish you just caught today. Tell your friends and buddies all about it. You can label that and actually know what you're doing. Bed rating on this thing. CF Moto has a sticker that says 771 pounds bed capacity. The towing capacity now rated just under 2,000 pounds at 1,764 pounds. I think on the website they actually say 2,000 pounds, but for whatever reason that sticker says different. Look at the tail lights. I didn't have the key on a while ago. Look at the tail lights. Super cool LED lights. I mean, this thing is slick, folks. So let's talk about performance and ride. We didn't mention that this vehicle has 78 horsepower. If we're comparing, let's just say the Polaris Ranger, Ranger 1000, there's two models. The lower end 1000 is going to be in that 61, 62 horsepower range, and the XP model is going to be in that 81, 82 horsepower range. So this is right there at the top with the 1000 XP. This thing will scoot down the road, let me tell you. I don't know, folks. I think that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of giving you a walk around, let you look at all the stuff. Hopefully there's nothing that I missed. If there is, maybe I'll put it in the comment section. Or if you have a question, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, like I tell all the sales guys, if it's something I don't know, I will find out. I'm happy to do so. I'll start this up maybe and just kind of drive around, kind of give you a feel for, I don't know, really a feel maybe, but a sound, since you're not actually feeling it. But see what this thing sounds like and runs like. I mean, listen how smooth that is. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's super smooth. I'll put this into high, actually I'll put it in low range. I don't know if you know this too, but if you're, and we tell this to everybody with a CVT automatic transmission vehicle. I don't care if it's a four-wheeler, a side-by-side, whatever, but if you have a CVT automatic transmission, if you are just using it around your house and just creeping, let's say, maybe you're pulling a trailer, maybe you have nothing, you're just going super slow around your property, maybe you're checking your fence, maybe you're riding the dog around, riding the wife around, the kid, whoever. If you're going super slow, folks, you need to operate in low range. That's right, low range. Low range is going to be better for your belt, better for your transmission. It's not going to heat up like it would if you were trying to operate this thing in low range. So, real quick, we're just kind of going to tool around the lot here. I mean, obviously I'm filming with one hand. Super easy steering. I mean, when I say super easy, I mean I can just take one finger and turn this thing. I mean, if you haven't driven something with power steering, you really need to experience power steering. It is the way to go. We'll just throw her in high range real quick. Get it. You can tell I'm going about the same speed, but actually making a little less noise because the engine's not revved out as high. We're just going to buzz down the road real quick. Obviously, this thing is not street legal and don't operate on the road, but I just want to show you real quick. Actually, I lied and I don't have my seatbelt on. So, if your seatbelt's not latched, folks, this thing is limited on how fast it will go, which is what you just heard. You heard the limiter kick in. So, let's try that again. Alright, give me 1 second here. Oh, parking brake too. Hit the park, by the way, something you can learn. I wasn't paying attention. But if the parking brake is barely pulled and that light's on here, even though it's really probably not even really working, it hasn't been pulled enough to be tight, the vehicle actually is not going to accelerate like it should. Alright, so final attempt. Let's try this again. right. Yeah, this thing, I'm telling you, you need to ride one. Uh, Give it a shot. Give it a good demo. Full 1-year warranty on it as well, folks. We can get parts. We service it. I just can't say enough good things about it. All right, folks. Abby, you tired of waiting? All right, she's tired of waiting on me. All right, folks. One more time, Power Sports Steve here. Do me a favor, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think of the video. If you hate it, I'm sorry. I'll do better next time, I promise. Give me some tips. She says I won't do better. I may not do better, but I'm going to try just for you if you comment, okay? Subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks again. Bye.